You are preparing for Samyama and you probably feel stressed about the food. You have your rules. You might have even ordered and looked into Sadhguru's book, A Taste of Well-Being. But now you feel worried about getting the rules exactly right. You believe that if you just follow the diet perfectly, you will be prepared. But what if I told you that this stress, this exact obsession with getting it right, is the one thing that will guarantee you won't show up prepared? What if I told you that most people are focusing on the wrong thing? I'm sharing the answers to those questions with you because I have been in that exact place.
One fundamental idea behind taking you through such a process called Samyama, so we are not looking at how to make it pleasant for you. We are seeing how to put you on a fast forward. What would take many lifetimes, we want it to happen now.
I remember standing in my kitchen in Germany, thousands of miles from India, having just come back home from the ashram and trying to imitate what I've learned and seen and witnessed and lived at the ashram. I was staring at a list of ingredients I could not pronounce, for a recipe I did not understand. And I had this one sinking thought: I'm already failing. I will never be prepared enough. Where do I even find this stuff and how can I do it right? I could feel the anxiety building in my chest, my shoulders tightening up. I was so focused on imitating that I had forgotten the entire purpose of preparation, of enjoying the process. And I know most of you have heard Sadhguru talk about this, that just ask your body what kind of food it is most comfortable with. But the problem is we have forgotten how to listen. How do you know what makes you feel more energetic when you are not listening to your body? And there is this concept called Annamaya Kosha, the food body, which is literally the food that you eat becomes a body. And we forgot how to listen to it. And I found myself struggling with this as well. I found myself having two voices in my head. Maybe you can relate. The first voice is real hunger. This is your body's intelligence. It's a quiet, gentle whisper from your belly. It's patient, it feels like a slow sunrise. When you eat to satisfy this hunger, you feel light and full of life. The second voice is emotional noise. This is the mind. It is loud, demanding. It's a sudden thunderstorm. It hits you when you're stressed or bored or lonely. And it doesn't want food. It wants one specific thing: that bag of salty chips or the piece of sweet cake. For years, this was my biggest struggle. I would do hours of yoga and then find myself standing in front of the fridge, driven by that storm. And this is where the real Samyama preparation begins. Not in finding the right ingredients, but in learning to tell these two voices apart. All right, so now you learned how to spot the difference. You can differentiate and feel when it's a thunderstorm and when it's the sunrise. That's a huge first step. But what do you do next? How do you build a system around this new awareness? How do you translate listening to your body into an actual meal plan? Using foods you can buy at your local supermarket, instead of failing miserably like myself, imitating the diet from the ashram. How do you make this preparation simple and joyful instead of a source of stress and guilt. This is the exact journey I went on with the help of my wife. My wife is Indian, I am German, and she helped me realize that for Westerners, the goal was never imitation, it was always adaptation. You don't need to import Indian fruits and vegetables to prepare your body. You need to learn how to use your local foods to develop your body's intelligence. And that is why we wrote the Sadhana Plate. We wanted to create the book I wished I had. It is not just a recipe book though. It is a practical guide to letting go of stress and starting that conversation with your body. Inside, we focus on 3 things. First, simple, nourishing recipes designed for your kitchen in the West. These are meals you can make using ingredients you can find easily. No more hunting, no more stress. Second, a practical guide to cultivating body intelligence. We give you simple frameworks like the 3-minute hunger check and the Sadhana Plate journal to turn this from an idea into a daily practice. And third, a step-by-step transition plan. We guide you on how to comfortably move to the 2-meal-a-day rhythm, which you will have to follow it during Samyama. Listening to your body's wisdom every step of the way, not forcing yourself into something that is foreign to you. This book is the answer to that feeling of being overwhelmed. Your preparation for Samyama is one of the most profound experiences you will ever have. This is a time to go inward. But you cannot go inward if your mind is stuck, stressed, and anxious about the diet. So we wrote the Sadhana Plate for you, exactly this. For the person in the European kitchen, the Canadian apartment, or the American suburb who wants to do this with alignment and with joy. We want you to arrive at the Isha Yoga Center feeling peaceful, balanced, ready, and nourished. If you're ready to stop imitating and start adapting, if you are ready to stop following rigid rules that actually aren't even there, but we tend to create ourselves, such as waking up tomorrow morning and successfully switching to a diet that is exactly like the one at the ashram. If you're ready for this, and if this sounds like something that you resonate with, click the first link in the description below. Get your copy of the Sadhana Plate today. It's available as a Kindle or paperback on Amazon, or as an ebook on Gumroad. I hope that you have a beautiful preparation, and I truly, truly wish you the best. After completing Samyama, from my own experience and perspective, would say that the Samyama program is not just about those 8 days that you go through, but it is actually the whole journey. The journey is so much more important than the goal. And one more thing, there is never going to be a point when your mind will say that, all right, I am prepared enough. It doesn't matter how much you do. The tendency of the mind is to compare yourself with others, to compare yourself with previous version of yourself, to compare yourself with the various gurus, enlightened beings, and whatever else. It is the tendency of the mind to do that. And so just do your best to keep that aside, to keep that comparison aside, and just focus on yourself. And with that being said, I thank you for watching this video till the end, and I see you in the next video.